Okay, I know I used to do a lot of reaction videos, but now I'm trying to move into newer things, try to taste newer territories. And one of the things I wanted to start with was most of my fans, you guys were asking me what phone. Yeah, I record with the phone. You can't judge me, phones are awesome these days. You were asking me what phones I used to record this with, and I wanted to tell you, but I realized that you guys are looking for phones to buy. So that's why we're here. Best 7 phones you can buy right now under $200. One of these phones is what I'm using to record this, but I will tell you that later. I won't tell you that now. I'll tell you that at the end of the video. So stick around and let's begin. The first one I want to tell is something from India. I know most of you are not Indians watching this, but if you want to buy this, most of the links are from Amazon India or from Gearbest directly from China. The links are in the description below. Obviously, you can go right now and check it out if you want. So the first one is Unicorn. It's from my boy Micromax from India, made in India, guys. Okay, Indian companies are usually known to make cheap phones, really affordable phones, really cheap phones, man. It's like less than $100 even. But the thing is, most of them, they suck. Most of them suck. So this one, Unicorn though, is like one of the first ones that I'm noticing is really super cheap, but it doesn't actually suck. It costs like 8,000 rupees. That's roughly about a little above $100, or is it around $100 right now? I don't even know the currency rate, but it's $100. And let me tell you the specs. Okay, Unicorn here. Unicorn. It's spelled with YU, and Unicorn is also with a YU. You probably saw this already. It's 4GB RAM. That's good. Okay, $400, 4GB RAM is awesome. 32GB internal storage. It's expandable. 4,000 milliampere battery. Okay, so for $100 you're getting 4GB, 32 and 4,000 milliampere battery. You're already, that's a good deal for your money right there. But not only that, it has Helio 10 MediaTek processor. I know MediaTek is not like Kirin or Snapdragon, but if they put Snapdragon in this, they'll probably put Snapdragon 400 or something. So you don't want Snapdragon anyway. They could afford MediaTek and they put Helio 10. It's the one that is in Redmi Note 4. Okay, spoiler alert, that's another one in the list. So that is an awesome processor. It has 10 cores, and you won't have any kind of lagging in the phone at all. So that is awesome. And yeah, but the main drawback is it's Android 5. That's like Lollipop, back in the Lollipop days. That sounded dirty. So if you're a guy who cares about the operating system and how it's upgraded right now, then maybe this is not for you. But I am not one of those guys. I care about the hardware specs, the RAM, the speed, the camera and stuff like that. What is inside? It's an Android phone. You can customize the OS however you want it. You can put a different launcher. You can do something, but it's Android 5. That's the only drawback that I see in this. But otherwise, for $100, this is an awesome deal. Moving on, at number 6, we have Redmi Max 2. Okay, this is a huge deal in India. Everyone loves it. Everyone's going crazy over this. The link is in the description below. You can check it out for yourself. But the reason it's at number 6, I'll tell you guys. It's 4GB, 32GB internal, just like the Unicorn, and Android 7. It's Android 7. It's not 8. It's 7. 7 is the best one you can get for a phone in this price range. But the best thing about this phone is I think it has the biggest battery I've ever seen in an Android phone at this price range. Okay, there's nothing that even comes close. It's friggin', yeah, I'm double checking that. It's 5,300 milliampere battery. 5,300. Let that sink in for a second. Okay, my phone is 4,000 right now. It's something. It's awesome. I don't know how they manage that. I don't know how much actually daily usage time you can get out of it, but it's 5,300. and it has a really good camera. Okay, Mi Max 2. I don't know. You guys have to check the camera out for yourself. I'm not gonna talk about the camera much in this. It's more about how much money, how much value you're getting for your money. But the camera is really good. But the problem is it's Snapdragon 625. Snapdragon 625 is the one they're dropping on all the affordable price range, mid-range or low-range budget phones, So Snapdragon 625 is the best you can get unless you go for unicorn MediaTek. I'd say MediaTek is a better processor. So, but don't worry. So to sum it up, that's like 4 GB, 32 GB internal, 5300 best part battery, and Snapdragon 625 with Android 7. So if you want that, you can check that out in the link. It's also under $200. At number 5, we have Poco Play Max 2. Okay, so you're already going back. You're like, nope, not touching some unknown company or something. But I bet if you have researched into phones, you have heard of this company. It's a huge company in China. It's I would say I would rank it after Huawei, Xiaomi, Oppo, Vivo. I think they're the same. Oppo, Vivo, and then it's Lakey. So it's not a totally unknown company. You can trust them, and this phone specs are awesome. Just listen to this. Okay, it's also 4 GB, 32 GB internal, but it's gonna get better. And Android 6. It's 3100 milliampere. That's a bad, I would say for me that's a pretty low battery standard. I wouldn't buy it just because of that battery. It has an average camera. Okay, it's I wouldn't say it's a bad camera, it's a good camera, but this one is kind of better, isn't it? So you can check you can compare the camera on YouTube if you want. I would probably link the video down below, but you can find it if you search. All this sounds pretty disappointing until now, right? Like, what is going on? It's like 4 GB, 32, Android 6 and 3100. No, but the main catch is this phone is hella fast because it's powered by Snapdragon 820. You heard me right, you're getting Snapdragon 820 for a phone that costs under $200. That's a low budget, it's not mid-budget, mid-range phone, it's a low-range smartphone with Snapdragon 820. That was the processor 2 years ago. That was the flagship processor in Samsung Galaxy S7 820. You're getting that here. That is awesome. So that is why it's number 5 in the list. Moving on ahead, if you want, you could buy the new Redmi Note 5. Okay, Note, it's not $200, okay, but there is a variant of Redmi Note 5 that is affordable. It's like the 3 GB, 32 GB internal storage, 3 GB RAM, 32 GB internal storage, Android 7, 4000 milliampere battery with an alright great camera. It has a great camera. Sure, Redmi has a great camera, but it's Snapdragon 625. The thing, why did I put this with all the specs? You're probably wondering why I put this at number 4. It's because it's the latest one. It came out, I think, this year. It came out within the past year, alright? I think it somewhere around December or November or something, Redmi Note 5 dropped. So it has 4000 milliampere. That's a good battery for me. 3 GB is fast enough for most of the things. You can play gaming and everything, games and everything will run smoothly. And it's Snapdragon 625. I know it's not the best processor, but that'll do. So it's Redmi Note 5, okay, but the lower variant of Redmi Note 5. Don't get confused. You're probably thinking that Redmi Note 5 is much better than this. This is the cheapest variant available of Redmi Note 5. Let's move on to number 3. We have one of my favorite phones here. It's Honor 7X. You probably were wondering where this phone was gonna be in this list. You're probably surprised why is it at number 3. I'll tell you guys, it's 4 GB. Fine, it's 32 GB internal storage. That is awesome. It's expandable, so it's awesome. And 3340 milliampere battery. Okay, that is not the best battery. 4000, somewhere near 4000 is where I start appreciating the battery, but 3340 is about more than what most phones, more than what most phones offer. So that is awesome. It has Android 7, by the way, and it has the best camera in the list. No joke, dual camera. It's like freaking awesome. You have to check it out. It's probably better than the camera that I'm using right now. Yep, I'm not even using this. My phone is an Honor 7X, but it has a. I have to admit that it has a better camera than mine, and why you want to get this is because it's powered by Kirin 659 processor. Okay, Kirin I like Kirin more than the Snapdragon processors. I don't know, it is more power efficient in my opinion, but it differs. More people don't know about Kirin processors, so they might not, want to dwell into that. But still, it has the best camera. It's 4GB RAM, expandable, Android 7, and a decent battery life too. So that's number 3. Number 2 is none other than the Lenovo Z2 Plus. Okay, it's not that new. It's kind of old right now, maybe more than a year already. But listen, it's number 2 because it's for a reason. It's number 2. There's a reason. There is a reason this phone is number 2. It's 4GB RAM. Cool. 64GB internal storage. 3500 milliampere battery. Awesome camera. And Snapdragon 8 freaking 20. Whew. No joke, I'm not kidding. 4GB, 64GB internal storage, 3500, that is an awesome battery, an awesome camera, and Snapdragon 820. So it's a better option than all the other phones till now. It's better than Honor 7X too, in my opinion. The camera isn't as good as Honor 7X, but everything else is way ahead of Honor 7X. And Snapdragon 820, even though it's Snapdragon, it is clearly better than Kirin 659. And Kirin 659 isn't the newest processor. Obviously, it's not the latest processor Kirin offers. So, if you want, you have to go for Lenovo Z2 Plus. Number 1 is Redmi Note 4. You guys are probably shocked right now. Why did I put Redmi Note 5 below Redmi Note 4? You have to know Redmi Note 5 was the cheapest variant available, and this is the highest best variant of Redmi Note 4, the 4GB 64GB memory version. Alright, and it has freaking 4100 milliampere battery, the second best battery on the list, and it has a similar camera to Redmi Note 5. Okay, that is an awesome camera with Snapdragon 625. It's 625, but it's smooth. Okay, I've used this phone. This is not the one I'm using right now, but I have used this phone. There's almost no lag at all. Zero lag. So, what do you want? You decide. If you want, go for Redmi Note 4, but this is not the number 1 best option for a budget smartphone, just because of the price. It's somewhere around 10,000 rupees right now. But the best from the list is either Lenovo Z2 Plus or Honor 7X. You have to know Redmi Note 4 is number 1, also because of taking its price into consideration. The phone that I am using is not in this list, but it is an honorable mention. If you guys could, spend $40 extra or like 4,000 rupees more, it's somewhere around 16,000. You could buy the Xiaomi Mi A1. That is the latest, one of the latest offerings from Xiaomi. It is an awesome phone. That's what I'm using to record this. You judge for yourself how awesome this is. It's like 4GB RAM, 64GB internal, dual camera with all that bokeh, portrait mode, telephoto lens. It got all that, and it's Android Oreo. It's Android 8, okay? But the only drawback for this is the battery and the processor. So that is why I wouldn't recommend this. But like, it's a little pricey for us, for the budget guys. It's 3000. The battery is only 3000 milliampere, 3080 to be exact. It runs Snapdragon 625. So you be the judge of that. 4GB, 64GB dual camera, Android 8, the latest Android, and Snapdragon 625. But otherwise, it's an awesome phone. It looks futuristic too. It is future proof, but the only complaint I would say about this phone is you won't notice it runs on Snapdragon 625, but you will notice some kind of lagging when it's not as smooth. Let's just say it's not as smooth as the Redmi Note 4. The Redmi Note 4 also has the same processor, but for some reason it just, when you flip through the screen, it feels so much smoother than Xiaomi Mi A1. So I will see you guys in the next one. If you want me to make more list of top 10 cheap this, top 10 good that, top 10 best this, do let me know in the comments below and discuss among yourself. Is there any phone under $200 that I missed? Is there any phone that costs less than $200 and better than all of the ones that I listed in this list? Do let me know in the comments below. And also, which phone would you buy if you had $200 from this? So, comment below, let me know. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.